But we have to, it's going to take time. And it cannot be a situation where you come out and bash the politicians them and then you run to them for change. You cannot come out and bash politicians and then when you catch a gun case and then you catch a murder, you want a politician lawyer to defend you because you think so because it's a political lawyer. Cannot be hypocrites. You understand that? And that is something that we can fact check. It's all good when you're using political lawyers to fight for you. You don't have the problem with that. Maybe we should try to stay out of trouble so we don't need politicians to defend us when we get into trouble. So you have to deal with that. You have to look into yourself and ask yourself them questions there. Why me about not politicians, but then me catch a case? Me I call Mr. Thousand to defend. Or Mr. Samuels. Or the lady, what's her name is Anita, that defended Vybz Kartel. She's now running for a seat in one of these constituencies. You can't get no more real than that, people. I know me not go sugarcoat it. You can always rile up and feel like I'm attacking your favorite artist. I'm not doing that. I'm saying let us stay out of badness too. Let us not just think about dancehall. Let us think about Jamaica. Let us think about how we can contribute to make Jamaica a better place for dancehall to keep. It don't make sense we have dancehall to keep and then we have to worry say two youth are going to shoot each other. Make we talk. Ricardo, maybe you never hear me clearly. I just said, you never hear it. Me never hide and say cartel name. You go and me hide and say cartel name. You say cartel me a chat. Then me not just say cartel, the lady will defend Vybz Kartel. She's a political candidate for a seat now. Trying to win a seat or trying to win back our seat, whatever it is. Mr. Samuels and Mr. Finson, Tavares Finson, they are politicians. Me not sugarcoat or beat. You don't know me not going to do that. So you have to tell me say cartel me attack. I said it. You know better than that. Come on. Cartel is a man and he's a man. Can't fight against politicians on one side and fight for dancehall. But we not fight for Jamaica. We're not going to. Tell me which one I want me meet to know. We're not going to kill me. That is evident, if I so want to call it. You see what I'm saying? We can't sit at the table with people where we are trying look to make changes. And don't, if time we take a try, go at each other, make a try and educate yourself. Understand? Make a try and educate yourself. And somebody say, why people keep saying, why me never use my time when needed in my prime and speak up. Prime? Are you now saying I had a prime moment? Because on one hand, you're saying me and nobody. On one hand, you say, who named Vegas? And then now you're saying I had a prime time. I'm just a humble servant. Maybe me just educate myself. It's not too late. Maybe me just get cognizant of certain things. So me learn now instead of just pointing fingers at people where at work are people where basically do what them do, like people sing and them do dub plate and them get paid. Instead of me, I try to find fault with that basic thing. Me I try to find ways how I can educate myself and go sit with the politicians then. Maybe after we reach 50 and me soon get there in a few years, maybe we have to think about running for office. maybe we have to start find ways how to pressure the government into making changes so we don't have politicians staying in power until them old and grey. Them have to use, we need to implement a term system. Like what is happening in many countries. That outdated system, that old outdated system where a politician can run year after year after year after year after year, and no one is there to say, listen, you already did 8 years, or you already did 4 years. Some new fresh minds. That is what we need to focus on. We're talking about, if we're complaining about dance, politicians are fighting against dancehall. That is nothing new. What we need to do is we need to fight to get politicians who are old and gray and sleeping in parliament and dropping asleep and all kind of things and talking nonsense because they're having dementia and all of these things. Maybe we need to say to them, listen to me. You guys already did 20 years. It's time not to get some young, fresh minds in the thing. It's time for us to have some youth with ideas in the thing. Where we are arguing about the semantics, people. It don't make sense we have a good dancehall community or a good dancehall venue, but wrong on the venue, I be a youth a kill off each other. It don't make sense we have dancehall locking at 4 o'clock, but 3:45, man up here lie down flat because man come with the biggest, longest gun them to kill each other. That is like me buying coronavirus debut right now. And me buy some gold of $1 million worth of gold teeth and then put on a mask. What? Get rid of the virus first. You don't want to have this conversation with me? You're fed up? You're fed up of politicians? Fed up of the youth, when we make politicians, I use them. Because we have to learn at some point that the mean, when it comes down to the age of the gunman and the dance them where we know about, in the past party. The average age of the gunman in the past party. So that I'm fed up with. Because I'm fed up with this youth, them can't sing. So them just get used and abused and then do the same thing over. Where you coming back with it to do? Turn on your brothers them. Shoot down your brothers them. Kill your sisters them. Rob a little old lady. All of these nonsense. Get a hit. Man give you money. True you want to have money for plus. You go kill an innocent person and innocent people we not even know. That me fed up with. Where the song there for that? From Cartel and Bounty them. Where the song there for that? Bounty kill a poor people fed up with a remix.
Hey, Roach. Hey. I take them for dealing poor people with a better approach. How you mean? First class from coach. Hey. Emergency, we are stuff around here. Round here, man, I'm getting stuff around here. Currency, stand up, man, I go around here. Listen, man, when you do it for the gut around here. Emergency, we are stuff around here. Round here, man, I'm getting stuff around here. Currency, stand up, man, I go around here. Listen, man, when you do it for the gut around here. Two parties must have the same sad song, them a play. Poor people, money, lean back and rock away. Them raise everything from high to great.
So when Vegas talks about in his video about Carter needs to speak out, that person needs to speak out. Like I'm gonna look for the Bounty Killer People Fed Up song after this because like these guys been talking about the issues and the sort of tribalistic political climate and all the issues that it brings. As you can see, this video is like old, 13 years ago. Unfortunately, Cartel, fell to the demise of, the society as it relates to getting a murder conviction. But at the same time, the message remains the same,
Oh, them no raise up, everybody clear. Vote more, me bad, not so me hard steer. So me not pay no vote for cross because we Mr. Bruce, Mr. PG. This is just a couple questions from a BBTG. Question, Kingston make no ear here. Question, how come come in a GA? Who want to walk on the airport, the docks and the beer?
Let's go.
All right. Emergency box. Yes.
Emergency box.
You think we should go?
Yes, man, you have to do this right now, man.
But you know, I don't like to go down to those places.
We have to leave now. Emergency.
Where the song they for that? From Cartel and Bounty them. Where the song they for that? Bounty Killer poor people fed up with the remix. That me fed up with. Your poor people fed up with the remix. And anytime me hungry again, politician I go see me 9 want the remix. That if you know.
Jamaica, we need a way. Tell me how me youth to survive. How me fi stand in the school in this time. If me don't make money, politician come on TV. I'll show me this big pretty smile. Nothing no funny. Look on the life we're living. Look on the life we're living. Look on the life we're living. It's a better way we're seeking. Look on the life we're living. Look on the life we're living. Look on the life we're living. Nothing no funny. Me of it, hide from the landlord. Because me own about 4 months rent. People not come, me no have a red cent. Cry me when me hear the sunset. And can you please buy me a Nike here? And the little money when me have don't spend. The last man me have me pay the light. But God not commission cut me pipe again.
You see society where we live in. You see Jamaica paradise. Jamaica paradise where I fight for dancer. So why it is that politicians stop lock off dancer but we still kill each other? Who want a dance and after dance with gun? After dance with your gun in a yard, your big long gun and look if your brother go shoot out your head back. See your dance? Yeah, dance. Jinx and chaser, jinx and chaser, jinx and chaser, jinx and chaser. That jinx and chaser and jinx. You must say an idiot. And that so when I fight with that, I want to fight with Jamaica. I want to tell some gunman say they have no sense. Because I may go. But I go in peace. And I go with a free soul and a pure energy. I'm not so sure about you who want to kill your brother. I'm not so sure about you. And nobody no come back when then dead and say, boy, that and that go around there, you know. So chances are, you're going to be tormented for the rest of your life. Because energy cannot die. And it cannot be created. It can only be transferred. So where you go transfer, go. Maybe you go around so I see a Hitler, then you're Hitler and I see him tormented place. And you're the whole of the man, the boy, you will kill a bag of innocent people who are just charm and you can't come back here. Because you're coming right back here. And maybe sometimes we see some people come back here and they look like hyena. Or look like donkey. Maybe some people were the day before. And then just come back here real ugly. And sound like pigs. You may come back as a pig. So stop fighting dancehall before you fight in Jamaica. That's the conversation we need. Some of them politicians you need to step down. And Jamaica need to deal with term. That means your man can do more than 8 years. Because them people them vote blind. Them are PMP and JLP from them are picnic from them band, them mama, them grandmother, them granddad, great. And then just every year the same thing. And what happens? When them want a new candidate, them handpick the candidate. The people never say. Both political party, when they want a candidate to represent a constituency, them handpick the candidate. Oh, you look like you can win around here, so let me send around here. So one the most corruptive one, let me send you around here, so. Educate on yourself.